You cannot pick up a marketing book these days without hearing the term story come across. In fact, it's even such a huge thing that I recently attended a one-day conference where the entire theme of that conference was story. So consequently, there were a lot of speakers who came up and told their story. You know, some of them were really inspiring and some of them were kind of rags to riches stories. Some people had overcome massive obstacles and major hurdles, and some had just had really creative ideas which were really interesting to hear about. But ultimately, I felt that most of the speakers kind of fell flat and really missed the point of what story is intended to be. My name is Sophie Brancho. I am the owner of Sage Designs and the founder of eventcreatives.com. Thanks for being here again today. Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love. So when marketers talk about story, they're often wanting you to connect with some deeper meaning, some deeper purpose behind why you run your business. And in some cases, it's something like a shop owner who has had this family shop in their family for 5 generations. And there's a story of their great-great-great-grandfather starting off with a $5 bill in their pocket and a stack of newspapers, and then slowly building that up into the beautiful business that it is today. And that story, when used correctly, can be a powerful marketing tool because it tells a story of roots and service in a community, which is important. When it comes to event creatives like us, though, our roots don't always matter as much because our clients are coming to us for a one-time event. So in our case, story is important, but not in the same way that you might think. So when you're working with primarily wedding clients, you have to think that they are planning this once-in-a-lifetime event that they're probably not going to have the chance to do over again. And for them, this is a massive chapter in what is ultimately their overall life story. And so it's all about them. It's about their family. It's about their friends coming together for this one big day. It's most definitely not about you. Don't get me wrong, you might have a really great backstory, and there may be something really inspirational about why you're here and why you do what you do. Save that for your About Me page. If clients want to learn more specifically about you and your story, then you can definitely put that out there for them. But that should not be the through line in all of your branding and marketing. The through line should be your client's story. So ultimately, every great marketing campaign or branding really does this in a great way. It's looking at your clients or your audience or your customer, and it's identifying a concern, a problem, a fear, and it's telling a story of how your product, your service can address that fear, how it can solve that problem, how it can alleviate whatever pain that ails them. You are the expert at your service or your product. You already know what problem you solve. You already know what fear you alleviate. You already know what help you're offering to your clients. So use that. So I want to give you an example of how you can tell the exact same story from 2 different perspectives to really shift who the story is about. Now I'm going to read this right from my page because I don't want to mess anything up. So here's the story from your perspective, if you're a planner, for example. Hi, my name's Jillian, and I've been planning events since I was 6 years old when I threw my mom a surprise party. I dressed as a clown to entertain the guests and decorated with dozens of stars that I had cut and colored by hand for days leading up to the surprise. The party was a huge success, and it kickstarted my love affair with planning events. Today, I remain as passionate about creating amazing events for my clients, and I'd love to be able to connect with you to learn how I can help make your event incredible. It's touching. Now here's the same story from a different angle. On my mother's 40th birthday, she woke up to a surprise birthday brunch with her siblings and parents. Everyone ate, laughed, and chatted in a room drenched with dozens of lovingly handmade paper stars. As they ate, they were entertained by a hilarious 6-year-old kid dressed as a clown. Afterwards, everyone exclaimed that it was the best party they'd ever attended. Sure, I was 6, and it was my family, but I've never lost my passion for creating events where guests celebrate, laugh, eat, dance, and have the time of their lives. I know how to ensure that your guests remember your party as the best day they've ever attended. Let's connect and start planning your best party ever. Now, if you're a planner, you may have connected more deeply with that first telling of the story because the story is about you. But remember, the client wants to know how your story is about them. So in this instance, the planner is telling the story of how she understands that a lot of clients really want their guests to come in and love their wedding. They want their guests to walk away feeling like it was the best wedding they'd ever attended. They want them to have fun. They want them to eat great food. They want everything to go off without a hitch. And so this planner is using that knowledge and her experience and telling the client, hey, I get it. That's something that you're dealing with. That's something that I am really good at helping out with. Now, I don't want you to underestimate the importance of story. So in technical terms, a story is a kind of problem solution simulation or holodeck, if you will. Stories like movies or books allow us as an audience to kind of step into some sort of dangerous situation or something that we might never experience otherwise and understand how we got from problem to solution and go on this wild roller coaster ride without actually having to take any risks and coming out of that completely unscathed. In the same way, when your clients are planning their wedding, they are doing this once and they don't get a do-over. So they want to make sure that the people that they hire are going to execute their story in a way that they've envisioned in their heads. The only way your clients are going to know if you fit within their story is to kind of live out stories with you. So think about the things that you're posting online. Look through the text and copy on your website and ask yourself if you are telling your clients their story or if you're telling them your story. Every post you put out, every blog, every article, every tweet, every Instagram story is an opportunity to give your clients a glimpse of how you might fit into their story. So what do you think? Do you think story is as important as I'm making it seem? Do you feel that you're telling your clients your story or their story? Do you think that your story is actually more important than I'm letting on? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Next week, I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit about systems and process. I am a huge fan of putting systems in place that help make my life easier and make things more efficient. And I'm going to talk about a tool that I started using last year that has saved me at least 8 hours a week of work. So be sure to tune in next week. If you don't want to miss it, sign up for the newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys all again very soon. Take care.